I mean, if there is an incentive to watch the rest of my video or to even read Stacey Abrams' book, all I'm gonna say is that, I kid you not, a couple weeks after I finished reading Stacey Abrams' book, I landed a job. Hey, like I'm saying, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it was the book that got me the job. Maybe it was, the universe rewarding me, or the universe giving me a sign after I read her book. I don't know. But like I said, if it gets you to listen to the things I'm saying in this video or to read her book, take from it what you want. Hi lovelies, it's yours truly, Boosie, back with a brand new video. So if you're new to this channel and you're a struggling young adult who likes self-improvement and just relatable content, then here's the channel for you. Please make sure to like this video, go check out my other videos, and subscribe to my channel. So now, on to this week's topic. So since this month is Women's History Month, I thought it'd be a good time to talk about two women who actually came out with books about a year or two ago whose writing just really inspired me. And you probably all know both of these women. Before I delve into that, I just want to introduce this video by saying that I think we all have dreams and we all have passions, and sometimes we don't know how to approach them. Sometimes our dreams can seem very daunting, and then other times we just don't think we're good enough. Well, Mrs. Obama, Miss Abrams, and I are here to tell you guys that you are enough and you can accomplish your dreams. So the two women who I'm talking about today are Michelle Obama and Stacey Abrams. Michelle Obama came out with a book a couple years ago called Becoming Michelle Obama. And Stacey Abrams came out with a book called Minority Leader: How to Lead from the Outside and Make Real Change. And I read both of these books and I thought that the things that both women discussed are so important, especially in your 20s when you're figuring things out and you have all these dreams and goals, but you are still confused about how to go about all of them. So for those of you who haven't read their book, this video is just pretty much going to be about the things I learned from their book that really did help me plan out my dreams, my goals, and just really inspired me. So tip number one. Something I read from the book is that you have to be willing to take risks. So for those of you who don't know much about Michelle Obama, she grew up in Southside Chicago and she has accomplished so much. She went to Princeton and she became a lawyer, and she had all this stuff before even meeting Barack Obama. But I would say something from her book that just really stuck with me is that she was willing to take these risks. There was one part of the book that mentioned how, she was working at this really great law firm, but she wasn't feeling fulfilled. So she decided to completely do a 180 and change her career to something that did make her feel more fulfilled, and that was working with a nonprofit. However, working with a nonprofit meant that she did have to take a significant pay cut. But that's the thing, a lot of us would be so afraid. Like, you're making really good money being a lawyer, but that's not what's in your heart. And I mean, we all know the world we live in. Money pretty much runs everything. But she was willing to put herself out there and do what her heart said. And by her changing careers, she was able to connect with so many people, help so many people in her community, and at the end of the day felt really fulfilled with what she was doing. The same thing with Stacey Abrams. She decided to become an entrepreneur and own a business, and she started this company with a friend of hers, not really knowing where it was going to go, but by sticking through it, she was able to be a co-founder of a business that is very successful now, and that helps small businesses also become successful. So just to sum it all up, that is one big thing that I took away from both of these women and their lives, is that to be where you want to be, you have to take risks. And this actually leads me into my next tip that was explored in both of their books, which is don't let fear stop you from reaching your goals. So this next tip is definitely something I struggle with a lot personally. Something you guys might not know about me is that sometimes I can be a little bit apprehensive about doing things. I not much of a risk taker, and that is because I do let the fear of failure really dictate my decisions. So I think one big thing that this book taught me is that as long as you are doing something you're passionate about and that you really enjoy, that you can never fail at it. I think so much of our lives we just let fear dictate it, because like I said, we are so consumed by the fear of failing, or realizing that we were never up to the challenge. And I just think that we are really selling ourselves short by being so afraid to take these risks. So I'm about to drop a little gem by Will Smith. So here you go.
God placed the best things in life on the other side of fear.
Now, did y'all hear that? Let me repeat. God placed the best things on the other side of fear. Now, that is a quote from Will Smith that has really stuck with me, because it's like, have you guys ever done something that you were afraid of? And the whole day you were probably just really panicking and really worried. And then the day comes and you have to do that thing, and then you realize there was nothing to be afraid about, and you even ended up enjoying it. I think that happens to us a lot. We're so fearful and we let anxiety take over us. And then we realize once we've done that thing and that thing is over, that we were just sit and think, why were we so afraid, you know? So I really just want us to all realize that fear does not have to have this chokehold over our lives. Even in her book, Stacey Abrams said to make fear our friend. All I'm gonna say is, and all I'm gonna end this tip with is, let's make fear our Tip number 3. Don't let people tell you who you are and what you can accomplish. So another anecdote from the book, Becoming Michelle Obama, when she was a high school senior, Michelle Obama stated that one of her high school counselors told her to reconsider applying to Princeton. Pretty much the counselor told her that she probably wouldn't get in. And look at her, she did get in. And like I said before, she is a very accomplished woman now. Imagine had she let that counselor tell her not to apply to her dream school, you know? Who knows where she would be? And the thing is, she knew herself. She knew that she could apply and that she would do well in Princeton. She knew her capabilities, her intelligence, and that made it so that that counselor couldn't stop her. That her opinion of Michelle Obama could not stop her from applying to Princeton. And I think that's something we need to practice more, is even if somebody says you can't do it, I mean, who the heck are they? They don't know you. They don't know your intelligence. I mean, I even go over this in my imposter syndrome video. Nobody knows how well you can do in something, but you don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something, especially if before they even said something to you, you were very confident. We need to get to a point where even if somebody stands in our face and says, yeah, I don't think you're cut out for this, I don't think you can do it, you are confident enough in your own abilities that you can say, I can. And I'm going to. I mean, Stacey Abrams' whole book is about chasing your passions. She let her passions drive her to where she is now. Now, seriously, look at her where she is now. She was the leader of the Democrats in the House of Representatives. She is currently the face of voting rights, and she could to potentially be governor of Georgia in the next 2 years, which would mean that she would be the first Black woman governor in the US. And then let's even point out the obvious thing. These were women who were following their passions during a time, even though they grew up in the 70s and 80s, it was still a time where Black women didn't have as many opportunities as we do now. They literally had to fight for everything that they wanted. So tips number 4 and 5 are actually things you can do today in your actual life to help you accomplish your goals. And this is something I actually got mostly from Stacey Abrams' Minority Leader book. And it really helped me. So one thing she said to do is to write down your dreams, and then even write down smaller goals that will help you reach that dream. I made a spreadsheet of mine because, you know, that's what she did, and look where she at now. So I was like, I'm gonna make a spreadsheet too. And pretty much my spreadsheet just has like my overarching goal and just tinier goals that I want to accomplish, how I can accomplish them. And that leads me into tip 5, which is starting with your smaller goals. So one thing I want to preface this by saying is that I feel like when you think of dreams, everybody thinks of like this like grandiose thing like saving the world, you know. And honestly, your dream doesn't have to be like that. It can just simply be, a dream of mine is, you know, to travel, maybe not the whole world, but just travel more. So I would say maybe in that instance for your goal, you would put saving up money, budgeting for maybe a passport, or budgeting money to even go to travel to places that are more affordable. So things like that, just tinier things you can do now and just be working towards now that will help you get to an overarching dream or passion. So I'll even admit that one of my tinier goals was to make this YouTube channel. So I would say this YouTube channel is kind of putting my foot into the water a little bit, or just kind of exposing myself to the dream that I want to accomplish in the future. I just want to end this video with an amazing quote from Stacey Abrams, Minority Leader. Let me pull out my book. Let me get on my glasses. Honestly, I'm nearsighted, so I don't really need glasses to read, but hey, whatever, it makes me look more dignified. Anyway, she goes on to say, circumstances could steal your house, your car, and your job, but no one could take the contents of our minds. And I think that goes into tip 3, where I said, don't let people tell you who you are and what you can accomplish. Nobody can take what's up here from you. That's the end of my video. Please let me know if you read the book, anything that you took away from it. Even let me know if there's some books that you want me to read. I'm really getting into reading nowadays, so I am willing to take any and all suggestions. So, like I said, if you liked what I'm talking about, please remember to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. So until the next time, lovelies, bye.